What's up, everybody? I'm Scott.
I'm Jason.
And you are listening to Liquid Kernedge. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. It's a first week of football is done. It's over with. We had some wins, had some losses, all kinds of fun stuff.
Did we have some losses? It was brutal, man. I tell you what, my boys didn't even bother to show up on Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know where to take that. I don't know what to take it with, But
I will say though, I made a promise to myself this year that I would not order my first beer for the football game until the Cardinals scored a touchdown.
Did they score a touchdown finally? Yes.
Yeah, they did, but not until there was like 3 minutes left in the game. So
you were pretty parched.
Yeah, I sat there drinking water and Diet Coke the entire time, and by the time I was able to order a beer, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cash out and go home. So
okay,
it's a good challenge for myself to see if I can do this. So yeah, that's my thing for this football season is I will not order a beer during a Cardinal game until they score their first touchdown.
Well, that's very honorable of you. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Hey,
I'm very proud of you. That's going to be good.
I do what I can.
That's good.
You had a very active weekend, it looked like.
Yeah, no, we went. They came over. Sam and Taylor came up or down, and then we just kind of hung out around the house on Friday, and then we went to the football game on Saturday, or the baseball game on Saturday, and that was a long game because it went into extra innings, and by the time we got done on Sunday, I was exhausted, so I watched home finally around 1:30 and watched football the rest of the day. It was nice, but I did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so you stayed the entire time in an extra inning game, huh? Good.
Yeah, I'm not, like I said, the hard part for me is I'm not a huge like baseball watch for a long time kind of guy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was a lot. I did it.
That's understandable. I like going to baseball games. For me, I have to watch them in person. I can sit there, I can have a beer, I can watch the people when I get bored. But I'm good till about the 7th inning or so. Then I got to start figuring out like what else I got to do because I'm too antsy for that. And if it's going to extra innings, it better be one hell of a ball game.
It wasn't. It was a lot of mistakes. I mean, the had 3 runs on 3 hits.
Yeah,
and left 11 people on base.
I'll admit I was flipping between that and the Arizona State Michigan State game. To which I was very happy the outcome of that. For those that don't know, I'm an Arizona State alumni, so for us to take down the number 15 team in the country was pretty badass.
Good.
Yeah. So
glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. Awesome.
Much better game than the baseball game. While I am loyal to both teams, I'm an Arizona State boy first. That's where I went to college. I did work for the Diamondbacks when I was in college. The year they won the World Series, so I always had love for them then. But my loyalty always goes to Arizona State.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're loyal because, loyalty is such an important thing in our lives. And, we had that big thing list last week about someone anonymously wrote an op-ed piece to the New York Times, basically just shitting all over the President Trump. But what pissed me off was it's like, well, hey, wait a minute, you work for President Trump. You should be loyal. You should be loyal. You should not be going behind someone's back and talking shit.
Yeah. So
it makes me wonder, have you ever dealt with that situation in your own life where you're like, okay, hey, I know you got my back, and then you find out that they don't?
Yeah. No, I think we've all dealt that on some level. I think that's a case where, at the end of the day, whoever you can only hope that people are loyal to you. But unfortunately, we're in a world now where they're gonna do what's best for them, not necessarily what's best for you.
I mean, because I could see it with like an ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, right? Like an ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend, they do something where they're not your ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend anymore, and you wonder, well, what's changed? What's changed? Like, how could you do that to me? I don't know what you would do if you found out that an ex-girlfriend started dating one of your friends.
Yeah. Well, that's
like who's the loyalty then? It's like, are you mad at the girl? Are you mad at the friend? Why'd you do that? You stupid, no good rat fink bastard.
And that's an excellent point. It's when a breakup occurs, when you've been in a relationship for a while, and you get you get mutual friends at that point. You meet friends along the way. You brought friends into the relationship that become friends with your other person, and when you break up, where does your loyalty go? And we've all experienced that, and ultimately, I think we've all been hurt a little bit by that, because you might expect someone's loyalty coming out of a breakup per se, but you don't necessarily get it, or at least in the level you think you should get it.
Well, and let's be honest, our best friends should be loyal to the end, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so you know that when they become your best friend, you're not gonna see some nasty shit from them, like backstabbing or anything like that, because they're gonna be loyal to you no matter what. But
how does that loyalty go though? When like you and your best friend start dating these people. You're both your best friends and you're single, and you start dating these women, and women do this too. Start dating guys, and you become those couple friends. You go out, you do stuff together. What happens when someone breaks up? Now you've got those couple friends, and you're stuck because you're friends with both people.
Oh man.
I
don't know, man. So
that's a very muddy water to navigate, and a very sensitive subject. I mean, I'll be on a very personal level. We've both lived through that a few times.
Yeah. I know for a fact myself that if when you and Liza broke up, it wasn't even a question who I was going with, but I could see, like, if me and Noreen broke up, it might be kind of tough, man. That might be kind of tough.
Yeah, well, it'd have to be a very long and hard discussion if we're going to keep you or not. I mean, you're great, but we love Noreen, and that's nothing personal.
Wow.
To business.
Dude, no way. You're loyal to me, dude.
Well, yeah.
No, Noreen's out.
Yeah, you and I can still have a business relationship doing this, but friendship wise, we'll be the new Mike and Mike in the morning, where we just don't talk except for the show.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, be loyal for the show, and that's about it.
I mean, we do have.
Yeah.
And I was told tonight before recording that by one of our 8 loyal listeners, and he nailed it right on the head that he's one of the quote unquote 8 loyal listeners. We can't give the show up for them because they do enjoy what we do.
Oh, so we have to record for the 8 people. Okay. All right. Sounds good.
We don't do this for us.
So we're loyal to you guys. We are loyal. And that means that we're willing to sacrifice and do things that we normally wouldn't do for everybody. Yeah. But because you are, yeah. And maybe that's the key. If you're loyal to someone, you're willing to sacrifice for that person, even if it means that you're giving up something for it.
Yeah, but I think that's the bottom line for every good relationship. On any level, if you really do care about that person, whether on a friendship level or a dating level, romantic level, at some point sacrifices have to be made to show your loyalty, and it's nothing that should be life shattering, but we all have to make those compromises in life.
So if I'll give you a scenario, and I want to know what you would do. Okay. So you and a girlfriend break up after, let's say, 8 years, 10 years.
10 years, okay.
10 years. And a friend of yours starts going out with that girl. Do you kill her or do you kill him?
Oh, man, that's tough. I mean,
because to me, because I get mad at her. It's like, why are you going after my friend, dude? Like, that's my best friend. Like, why are you going after them? Then I get mad at the best friend. And really, of all the you could be with.
Well, are we talking about like best friend, like inner circle best friend, or it's like casual acquaintance friend? Because
no, casual acquaintance. I see. Yeah, see, I don't call casual acquaintances. I don't equate them the same.
Because
first of all, do you feel like your best friend should even consider dating an ex-girlfriend?
No, they should be off limits. Bro code dictates any ex is off limits unless you get permission from the previous boyfriend.
And okay, so now I'm going to play devil's advocate. Why do I need permission to date someone that you don't?
It depends on the level of friendship that we have. If you and I, like, we play ball on the weekends, we hang out, we're in fantasy football leagues together, like, we actively hang out.
We record a podcast for 8 people together,
I know.
buddy.
I mean, you and I have to have a very deep, almost civil conversation if that were to ever happen. and it won't end well
Oh,
for one of us. I can tell you that much. But
yeah, I
for the
mean,
close friend, if they're a close friend or someone you consider a good friend, it should be off limits. If it's someone that's you just know you see them occasionally, like you talk to them, you might catch a beer with them if they're in the same place at the same time, but nothing
okay.
outrageous. Then that's a gray area.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that one, because part of me does feel like I have three sides of that. One, I'm pissed at her for even like, because I'm going to say she made a move on my man, my
Yeah,
boy. She made
way
a
to clarify
move.
that.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the other part of me says, yeah, but he should have been strong enough to say, hey, look, I'm not going to date you because you used to hang with my boy Scott.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then the third thing is, yeah, but you know what? I'm not with that girl anymore.
Yeah.
Right? I am not with that girl anymore. So she should be able to date whoever she wants. And if my friend and her are going to be happy together, go for it.
Yeah. And
Oh,
I guess it all
God, I don't know.
It also really depends on how you broke up. There's a lot of different ifs and whats to this scenario, and I don't want to armchair quarterback it to death. And that's the thing. It's there's a lot of varieties. And one thing I've learned as I've gotten older in life is that life is not black and white. There are so many shades of gray that it's hard to sit there and say, well, this is definitely what I do, or this is definitely how life should be, because we don't know the inner workings of what's going on. Now, if they were banging each other before you broke up, then you have a right to be pissed at both of them for doing that.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, obviously that trumps everything.
Absolutely.
I mean, that totally trumps everything.
Absolutely.
So.
But, getting back to your original point about what happened to the White House and this op-ed piece, I don't agree with what's going on at the White House right now. But, yeah, if someone I've hired or have in my inner circle is running their mouth like that on a, let's be frank, a worldwide level, I'd be furious. I would be furious. I would be very concerned about what else is getting out there.
Yeah, and to me, the other thing that bothers, what are you serving? What point are you serving to claim you're loyal to someone and then to go behind their back and talk shit about them? I mean, it doesn't matter, but I mean, anyone to go out and say, "Oh, we're friends," to go behind their back and talk shit. It's like, that's not right, man. That's not right.
Yeah, I feel like
frankly, there should be a law against that.
Yeah, I feel like that's frenemies.
Yeah.
It's and I hate to use that word. That's another word from last week that just drives me nuts. But yeah, you're cool with the people, but
oh yeah, we need to add that to the list.
Exactly. Like, you're cool with the people, but still, it's like it's tough, man. And I try to make a point where I don't say anything about anybody unless I know I'd say it to their face. And you know me at this point, I'm pretty blunt about what I think and what I say to people. So,
right.
I'll admit, man, I get frustrated and I might say things occasionally, but my loyalty is always there. Like, it's a ride or die situation. Like, whoever you're there for is who you're there for, no matter what, no matter how much they drive you crazy.
So are you are you a confronter type of person? Where are you the type of person that is going to confront the person and say, "Hey, you're dead to me"? Or are you the type that when you find out that someone was disloyal, you keep it a secret and just, your mind? Like, how do you handle it when you find out that someone was kind of backstabbing or disloyal to you?
Oh, the adult in me should just call them out. That's the smart thing to do.
Yeah, like go right to their face and say, "Look, punk ass bitch."
Yeah, but the other side of me, the ruling portion of my brain and personality doesn't do that. I carry on as business as usual. I make sure that anything I say to them is very guarded and carefully worded, and then I call them out on it when the time's right. I essentially put them into a corner and trap them out with it. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you find out exactly, like you were able to pin it right on them, and then they feel like shit, and you're like, oh man, that is a good feeling. That's a good feeling, especially if someone has done the wrong to you that hurts you.
Yeah,
like I've always hated it when I told something to someone in confidence, and then I find out that they talked to someone about it.
Yeah.
To me, that's a slap in the face to the loyalty. Like, I trusted you with this piece of information, and you went out and actually like told someone else. Like, are you crazy? I mean, that's like the worst betrayal. That is really a bad betrayal.
And for me, it's like it depends what that person's telling. Like, if they're telling like their deep dark secrets, like what's going on in a relationship, man, that's nobody's business but the people going on. I'm taking someone to vent with, I'll take that stuff to my grave. But if it's something stupid, it's not that big of a deal as far as like, you don't have to. This is not life threatening or national security level. This is just you being stupid. And if you don't realize you're being stupid, then that's on you.
Well, but the problem though too is that it's not even that they told a secret that that part's bad enough. But then it's like, well, how can I tell you anything? Like if that's the way you think, that you don't respect someone's secret. That's another pet peeve of mine, is when you tell someone in confidence something and then they make fun of you or tell jokes at your expense based on what you told them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they make fun of you. Like if you say, yeah, I wore a dress once, and then they start saying, calling you names and stuff because you did that. It's like, hey, wait. I told you in confidence because I trusted you. And now not only you're making fun of me now? That's bullcrap, man. Don't be doing that.
Yeah. And for the record, it was twice. It was both for charity. And I'm not ashamed of what I've done because I made a shit ton of money both nights.
Well, and let's just be honest. You dang good looking woman.
Yeah. Hot too. I mean, that also helps the fact that I was damn hot both times. I mean, I was a party girl and a classy girl for those contests. So I felt very versatile in what I was doing.
Okay, so let me put you in the situation. You're loyal to your friend. Friend's doing great. Your friend does something either illegal or does something bad, and you find out about it. Are you loyal to them to not say anything?
Like to the authorities?
So like cops?
Oh man, I don't speak unless spoken to about that. So
okay,
like, I'm not gonna like go out to the police and say, hey, you need to look at this, unless it was like straight up something bad. And when I say bad, I mean like we're talking murder, robbery, something that's pretty serious. But if it's something that's like, come on, man, you should know better, you're just being stupid, I'm not going to go to the cops about it. But I'm not going to keep my what's the old saying, like if someone does that, you don't dime them out, but you every opportunity you kind of put them on the spot to see if they slip up on their own.
Oh man, I don't know. It's a tough one because when you're dealing with like crime or something bad,
yeah,
what's the right thing to do? The right thing to do is, hey, you stop someone from doing bad. Oh, but it's my best friend, so I'm going to not do it. It's like, it goes against.
Well,
I don't know what rides out more.
Let me throw a wrinkle into this scenario for you. What if the thing this person was doing was to benefit somebody in need? Almost like a Robin Hood scenario.
I could wait. I could be okay with that. I could be okay with that.
I think that's a bigger issue and situation than we probably realize today. Because with healthcare being what it is, people needing to make extra cash. I know plenty of people that might sell their prescription drugs just in case.
Yeah,
to make some extra cash, and that's completely illegal. But if they're not using them and they know some, as long as it's not recreational. But I don't ask those questions because that's not my share, not my problem.
And you think you can justify that, like, oh, they're doing it for someone's good, or they're doing it. Well, what if the same person selling their prescription oxycodone to make a few $100 to someone who's addicted?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a fine line because you want to be loyal to your friend, and you certainly don't want to,
that's
awkward situation.
That's a loyalty and a morality problem, because you start getting to the world of morality with that. You're not quite sure what you should be doing. I think what you should do, but still, it doesn't make it any easier. And I guess, man, I don't know. It's hard. And
those kind of situations are tough because we all experience those things, like loyalty to a fault, right? That's why they.
Yeah.
loyal to a fault.
And it seems like that loyalty now, especially in today's political climate, is becoming more and more in question. I want to say, I know Bob Woodward just is releasing a book called Fear, which is the story of what's going on in the White House and all the stories they have from like General Mad Dog Mattis and General Kelly and all the people that are around Trump. And this is not a flattering book by any means.
No.
But Bob Woodward is the guy who Watergate, the guy who
Yeah.
came out with Watergate scandal and was
Right.
able to flush all that out. So he's not some random author journalist that's just making stuff up. He's got some meat behind his his credentials, and the stories he has, man, that really would make me question my loyalty to all the people that I've put in some seriously high places if I'm the president right now.
Well, and the thing that bothers me too is now all these people who supposedly said all these things I've heard are now saying, "Oh no, I never said that. That guy's lying. He's lying," which tells me, well, wait a minute. What does that say about you that you would lie? You're either lying to Bob Woodward,
Mm-hmm.
or you're lying to the president. You're lying either way. Just like if you don't have anything nice to say about him, but you don't want to discredit it, then don't say anything at all.
Yeah,
that's what I don't understand. So turncoat, like they don't even say anything. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's mind-boggling to me that how you can do that.
And that makes me curious. Like, are they really turncoats, or did they really say that? But they're just trying to cover their ass based on what they know happens in the Twitter land when Trump starts tweeting. Because he'll call everybody out right, wrong, and make up his own realities in some cases.
Well, and it just goes to show you that unfortunately, even in those higher powers, it's hard to find loyal people. It's hard to find people who are loyal to you and to what you stand for. And maybe that's why, people have to be really selective, because it's one of those things where it's like, if you're not going to be loyal, then you have to be so trusting that you can, oh God, now I don't even want to be, I would never even want to be president. It just sounds like a shitty job. Like, who are your friends? Well, and that's the problem is Trump's the kind of person that likes people who think he's God's gift. So unfortunately, sometimes these powerful people you have to surround yourself with are not going to be your buddies. They want power just as much as you do.
Yeah. Or they're really good at what they do. Like we'll use General Mattis, for instance, our Secretary of Defense. I don't think he necessarily cares if he's liked or not. He's going to do what's right for America regardless. And that's something that I think people forget, is that, he's not there to make friends. He's there to make sure that we can go to sleep every night and wake up every morning not in war.
Yeah. And
that's the kind of guy I'd rather have as my Secretary of Defense instead of a puppet that's worshiping the guy in charge because he has an ego issue.
Right. Yeah. Well, and, like I think of that guy, that attorney who was paying Stormy Daniels, part of me is like, wow, don't you're an attorney and you totally like gave up the goods on your client. Like that's a pretty bad, bad thing, right? I guess he went to jail for that part of it, but that's pretty bad.
I think people are so quick to dime out anyone now just for a quick buck, especially when you get to that level. I think when you're talking about loyalty amongst friends, it can go very deep, man. And I would never question my loyalty to any of my friends, any of the people in our inner circle.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sangre y sangre, but blood in, blood out. But that's not like that on that level. That's a much different. That is a much different version of how reality works, and I want no part of that world.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm okay. I'm okay with just sticking with my best friends and chilling like that. There's always been that situation too that, I'll put you in another situation. So you're hanging out with your friend Jason.
Uh-huh.
And Noreen's not there, but Jason starts making out with some girl at the bar that you're at.
Uh-huh.
What do you do?
I pull your ass out of the bar and I make you tell Noreen.
Oh, you bastard. You would too. You wouldn't keep it a secret. You'd say, "No, I'm telling the you have to tell your." Oh God.
Yeah, and that's it. I'm not.
So
I'm
okay,
not
so now.
well.
Okay, so it would be. It's not one of those.
I'm going to make you tell her what you did.
Okay, so it's not one of those either you tell her or I tell her kind of situations.
No, that's basically what it is. But at that point, if you're loyal to me, you're not going to put me in that position.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And I mean, and for the record, let me try to be clear. I wouldn't put you in that situation because I'm, in love with Noreen, as well as I wouldn't put you as a friend in that situation.
Yeah, and that's the situation, or that scenario in general is I wouldn't let anybody put me in that position. If something like that happened, I don't care if it was you or somebody from work or any other friend. If I saw it, man, it's wrong is wrong, and I will stop, pull you out, and
but you'll let someone sell drugs to make extra money, but you won't let a friend make out with another person. Okay, so I'm trying to get a spirit here of where your loyalty lies. You'll let me break the law. You'll let me, rob from the rich to pay money to the poor. But
hey, man, sangre y sangre, blood in, blood out. Like,
oh
I
gosh,
don't care how you make your money, but that home life, that's the world we all live in. At barbecues, and at functions, and events, and vacations. And I'm not going to.
You know what? I think it just goes to. I think it's just maybe the final point on this is just everyone's idea of what loyalty is different, right?
Yeah.
Like some people, you want to sell crack to little kids, I won't tell the cops. You want to murder someone, I won't tell the cops. Cheat on your woman, and you're done. You know what I mean?
For the record, though, if anyone committed any kind of murder or serious crime like that, no, dude, I'm going to dime them out. That's different.
You're going to dime them out? What?
Well, hey, man, loyalty does not. I'm not going to jail for someone's loyalty.
But you're not going to go to jail, right? I mean, you know that I did it, but
you knowingly know that and you don't tell someone, you're an accomplice.
Wow. Okay, so if I murder someone, don't say it to you.
Yeah. Don't tell me. I don't want to know nothing. And more importantly, don't make me the victim.
Yeah. I have a strict rule, and that is one of them. I will never, ever kill a friend or Noreen. Like, if I don't want to be with Noreen anymore, I will just break up with her.
Well, that's great. Now, this is all just evidence, for future court dates, just in case.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're covered, dude. I wouldn't put you in that room. And I mean, I know you're a loyal friend, Scotty, so I don't worry ever about being put in a situation, and for the most part, the situations that we're in is, I know that when I tell you something that's between you and me, it's between you and me. You do. You're right. We're never going to, I mean, I'm not going to murder someone. I don't think. I'm not going to put you, so that's helpful too. That the things that I need you to be loyal about are things that I don't even question at all.
Yeah. Well, I want everyone, all of our 8 listeners, to tell us what they think on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Liquid Kernedge. What does loyalty mean to you? Show us in a meme, show us in a short story. Tell us, what does loyalty mean to you? Which one are you loyal to us, or are you loyal to our executive producer Tom and his Star Trek gifts? Hit him up on Twitter and Instagram, all at liquid_EP.
That was well said. And let's be honest, we are both very loyal and committed to our 8 listeners, and they need to know that we will be here through thick and thin. When the going gets tough, we will be here to record for you guys. So
yeah,
I think that was a well put comment, that we will be here for you.
Absolutely. Even if you're going to call and try to, troll us, me specifically, with words that I hate in text, that's why I don't mind saying words like moist on this.
Yeah, preggers
on this episode, because
frenemies.
Yeah. When you say words like moist and they just keep texting you all the things you hate, you just have to keep using your platform like we have to say moist.
That's right.
And I have no shame or fucks to give. So as far as I'm concerned, this is my show. This is your show. So we might change it to Moist Liquid Kernedge.
Oh, I love it. Oh gosh, liquid moistage.
Oh,
nice. I like that.
Moist.
I like
moist. We want to be the biggest podcast. We have to change it into.
Hey, we'd lose 7 of the 8 listeners if we did that, Scott. We can't do that.
Yeah,
we're loyal.
Yeah, but
we're loyal.
Think of the dozens we'd pick up because we had the balls to change our podcast name to Moist.
No. We're not going to do it, people. I swear we're not going to do it.
Yeah, he says not now. But if we drop down to 6 listeners, we have to retool this thing. Season could be called Moist.
Hey, here's a big thing too. We always talk about it. If someone wants to join the podcast, if someone's got a great idea and they want to join the podcast and they want to, be part of the show, hit us up, man. Let us know. We'd love to have you. It's easy enough to have you. We'd love to have you. So,
you can record this from the convenience of your own home.
Yeah. You could record this from the convenience of your own bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't have pants on when you're recording.
No.
Right now, I'm guaranteeing one of the two of us don't have pants on as we record this, and I'm not that person.
Well, I'm not that person either. So
one of us is clearly lying then.
But I'm going to be loyal and not tell you who. So.
Well, on that note,
all
Jason,
right, buddy.
Take us home.
Hey, thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for our loyal listeners. We appreciate you. We will be here next week and every week after to be loyal to you. Thank you so much for listening.
Moist.
That was Scott. I am Jason. And
Moist.
As always, if you never know quite what to say, just have yourself some Liquid Kernedge.